Here she goes again. Hide your face, hide your neck, duck your head, wear an NFL football helmet when you are playing in a game versus DiJonai Carrington. Fresh off of clotheslining, a Kane and Undertaker clothesline from hell that she delivered to Sophie Cunningham. This girl is right back on the court, hitting people upside the head once again.
Hands up, swipe for the ball with our right hand while poking the player in the eye with the left hand.
The eyeball. We're poking eyeballs out again. Is that what we're doing? We're eye gouging again.
In sports, there's a point at which a trend ceases to seem like poor luck and begins to appear like a habit. And DiJonai Carrington recently reached that point. She came back on the court against the Golden State Valkyries 4 days after being ejected for a flagrant 2 on Sophie Cunningham. In only one game, she had 2 more instances when her hands landed up in inappropriate places. One of them struck Cecilia Zandalicini squarely in the eye. Tiffany Hayes was struck across the mouth by the other. The same game, the same pattern, 2 distinct players, 2 distinct plays. Fans didn't wait to inquire about if it was an accident this time. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 73% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So, did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now, back to the video.
To tell ya, I tried. This girl is not going to stop until she takes somebody out the league. This girl will not stop until she ends somebody's career. DiJonai Carrington, once again, with another dirty foul in less than a week, in just a couple of days apart from each other. A couple of days apart from the Sophie Cunningham hard foul. You have Mrs. Eye Poke, Mrs. Flagrant foul. I'm gonna grab your head, I'm gonna hit your head, upside your head, knock you out the air. Mrs. I'm gonna pull your hair. Mrs. I'm gonna whack you on the back of your head. Mrs. Long nailed, sharp knobbed fingertips. DiJonai Carrington strikes.
Carrington was protecting Zandalini from the outside during the initial play. While both of Carrington's arms were lifted, her left hand swept up and over, landing squarely in Zandalini's eye, while her right hand legitimately went for the ball. Tiffany Hayes then attempted a layup later in the same game. Carrington leaped alongside her, but rather than approaching the basketball, she flung her arm down and struck Hayes squarely in the mouth. Neither play received a technical or a flagrant call. However, Carrington did receive a technical penalty that game for disagreeing with the referee during the third quarter, which reveals something about her disposition prior to both of those infractions.
And then she put both hands up right after. But that's DiJonai.
Yeah, I gouged another white girl. Yeah, I gouged another white girl while wearing your Sophie Cunningham wig. I am officially. Hey, this ain't Clerks 2, but I'm taking back Sophie Cunningham's hair. I'm taking it back. You got Sophie Cunningham's hair on while you're poking the white girls in the eyeball.
This is not a rookie picking up the pace of the league. So, this is where things get serious. This 6-year veteran has played for 3 different teams and has a well-documented past that includes poking Caitlin Clark in the eye during the 2024 postseason. At the time, that one was explained away. According to Clark, it wasn't intentional. Carrington claimed she couldn't even imagine intentionally striking someone in the eye. All right. People gave her the benefit of the doubt, or at least believed her. However, twice is a coincidence and once is an accident. It begins to appear completely different after the 3rd and 4th times, all of which land on the face during contact-heavy situations.
Narrative that she's not a dirty player, she makes plays like this all the time. I put together a little clip of DiJonai Carrington, who is definitely one of the dirtiest players in the WNBA. I don't know if we can roll it, but she's taken her long fingernails. She's scratched Caitlin Clark's eyes out. She's had multiple instances of chasing people down from behind, trying the same swat and smashing them in the head and causing mini fights. She pulled another girl's hair. I don't know if we'll get to that clip in a second when she's falling. Totally dirty play. This is not a skin color thing. She has a history of making dirty plays, and it's fine.
If she has the length, instincts, and anticipation to guard numerous spots, there is no denying that she is a true basketball talent. The claim is that skill by itself is insufficient to justify a pattern that consistently jeopardizes the safety of other players. And as of right now, the debate surrounding her has almost fully shifted from discussing her skill to discussing her behavior.
On DiJonai Carrington against Sophie Cunningham, where she proceeded to go into the locker room and tweet white privilege after being thrown out of the game. Not going to comment on that situation, but I will say this. This is a flagrant 2. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, don't matter. This is a flagrant. I mean, she clotheslined her. What more do you want? So this looks very bad. It just shows that the WNBA is nowhere near where they need to be professionally, because again, this is a clothesline.
The Valkyries game did not occur in a vacuum. Thus, we must return to the original location of this entire storm. Carrington was involved in the most talked about foul of the WNBA season 4 days prior. On a fast break layup, Sophie Cunningham was in exactly the words the league uses to describe a foul that was intentional enough to result in an automatic ejection, but not accidental or careless.
White privilege after getting play, or getting kicked out and saying that the only reason she got kicked out and got upgraded is because Sophie Cunningham is white is crazy. It was a crazy thing to tweet, maybe crazier than to try to act like it had nothing to do with the play. So I have no idea what she's talking about. I don't think anybody can have any idea what she's talking about.
When it comes to DiJonai Carrington, here she is on the floor being dirty once again. The girl cannot help herself at this point. She can't help it. Take a look at this. Okay, you swing at the ball, but then you hit her all in the face with your other hand, and then you put your hands up like you didn't do nothing. You hitting her all in the face. Look at this. What?
Points in 4 minutes off the bench and returned to the court 4 days later, striking 2 more players in the face on the same night. That doesn't fit the description of someone who was caught in a bad situation. That describes a player whose on-court aggression consistently crosses the same line against opponent after opponent, game after game. And that gets us to a tweet that has been going viral since the beginning of this whole story, because it makes a point that statistics by themselves are unable to adequately convey. DiJonai Carrington's basketball career trajectory is not looking good. Cheryl Music. Reeve, Chicago committed to you for a year, but Steph White didn't want you. Regardless of whether that figure is precise or inflated for dramatic effect, the fundamental idea is what's resonating with people. Examine the real transaction history. Drafted by Connecticut in 2021, he was moved to Dallas in February 2024, bounced from Dallas to Minnesota at the trade deadline last year, sustained an injury that ended, that's 4 organizations in about 2 years, and each time a team decided it was time to move on.
DiJonai Carrington damn near decapitated Sophie Cunningham's head. And even though she bloodied Sophie Cunningham's mouth, and even though she got ejected and ran straight to Twitter after being assessed a flagrant 2, and putting white privilege in caps while tagging the Indiana Fever, we the public, we the fans of the WNBA, we the fans of Sophie Cunningham, and with the flagrant 2 and the ejection. But DiJonai is coming out to set the record straight, baby. She said that we're stupid, we lack critical thinking skills, and in no way, shape, or form would she ever use the word of white.
When a player is frequently transferred, it may be due to fit, rebuilding, or simply business. However, it's also not a coincidence that several head coaches have virtually refused to bring her back, and the most coaching staff that, while they appreciate her athletic contributions, they are for a player with her level of expertise. She was never required to respond to the basketball issue at all, because it was a social media post that transformed the entire situation into a referendum on race and officiating. In less than a week, she is currently causing 2 more distinct situations in a single game. This is precisely the kind of scenario that challenges whether the league's purely zero-tolerance policies about harmful contact genuinely mean anything, or if they are only enforced when the internet compels them to do so.
Y'all, look at y'all favorite player.
Went over to one of the officials, as you see Sarah Williams there.
She trying to make it seem like a fan did something crazy to her, right? While I watch.
At the moment.
Look at what y'all looking at. They going to talk to that dude. They've been trying to make him leave, right?
Conversation.
She's trying to get somebody kicked out. So he look, he getting up. He end up leaving, right?
So
he end up leaving. So they got to investigate. They got to investigate. Now look at the 4th quarter. Look at who you see back 10 out there.
U.S. women's.
He's sitting right there. That's him right there. And see, these are the type of games that they play when they in the wrong, right? And it's not a coincidence that this stuff is happening because she's been dirty forever. But has she been getting people kicked out like that or attempting to get people kicked out like that? No. Now all of a sudden, now it's time to start kicking people out.
Fans have definitely taken note. It's no longer just that people remark she had a difficult game. They claim that she exhibits a pattern, and in this industry, patterns are given names. iPoker is not a brand new moniker. It has been following her since the Clark event in 2024. But because this is more than just one isolated occurrence from more than a year ago, it is now being spoken with much less patience and much more edge. In the course of a single week, there are 3 distinct players and 3 distinct faces. This is particularly problematic for Carrington in terms of responsibility because following the Cunningham foul, she wrote about white privilege from the locker room rather than discussing the play itself. Regardless of the motivation behind the post, it meant that the real basketball question, whether the foul was dangerous and whether she had a pattern of risky fouls, was obscured for days by a different debate. Additionally, both storylines are merging simultaneously now that the Valky's game has taken place, and neither one gives her a sense of accountability for what is happening on the floor.
Her in the eyes. Bow. Went for the ball. I mean, like, where the like there's no you hit the ball on that one, and right here, like, it's like, all right, I missed the ball, now I gotta smack you. I like, come on, guys. Like, and I know the community is gonna say she went for the ball. She went for the ball. Yeah, I mean, I know her head might be shaped like a ball. We all, it's a similarity there. But there's no way DiJonai Carrington continuously gets away with this time after time after time. Like, the compilations, DiJonai, is not good. It's not good. It's not good for you. It's absolutely not good for you. You're poking people in the eye, flagrant fouling people. Like, what are you doing? You swipe for the ball and then you smack her right in the eyes. Like, this is